What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So, as promised, here is my next pair of Air Jordan 1 Low Golfs, and this is in the triple white colorway. These released alongside, three other colorways, one being the Chicago's, the other being, that shadow pair, and then the last one being that kind of like Dior Jordan type of like gray pair. Obviously, I really wanted the gray pair and the shadow pair as well, but I was only able to get my hands on the Chicago pair and the triple white one for retail. So actually, there's really not that much to talk about this shoe. As you can see, the colorway itself is basically really just all white all over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to explain to you guys what I do like and what I don't like about this particular shoe, and then I will talk about the sizing and how this shoe functions as a golf sneaker after wearing it a couple times during practice. So let's just dive right into the sneaker. So as the name of the shoe suggests, the colorway is basically triple white. So all you're gonna see is just white all around. And here on the side, you've got this tumbled textured leather here on the side panel. And it does have that sort of gloss on top of it. So I'm guessing it is somehow like treated, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I think that sort of like sheen or like that shine kind of makes it, it feels a bit cheap. Don't get me wrong, like, Jordan models aren't supposed to have premium materials on them anyways, but I think that sort of gloss effect kind of makes it feel a little bit cheap. And then on top of that, you got this nice white Nike swoosh stitched onto the shoe and extends all the way towards the back. And then towards the front of the shoe, you see another overlay of that tumbled leather here, all done in white. And similar to my Chicago pair that I reviewed recently, the QC is, it's okay. I don't have any complaints about it. For some reason, the QC looked better on that pair, on the Chicago pair. I'm not saying this has like terrible QC or anything, but it just feels like, I don't know what it is, but I think it has to do with what I don't like about the sneaker, and I'll get to that just in a second. Anyways, you see more of that tumbled leather here on the toe cap area. And then here on this, the toe box, you basically see the similar effect with the perforated holes. And it is quite smooth to the touch, nothing like too special, but it's just, it's okay. And then here on the middle, you've got this sort of like cream colored or off-white colored cotton laces factory laced onto the shoe. And, as I mentioned, this comes fully laced, choked up like this, as you can see. And then underneath that, you got this white nylon tongue with the lace holder holding down the laces here. And then on the eye stay area, you see more of that tumbled leather here with the 7 lace holes. Again, this is a little bit different from the OG shape of the Air Jordan 1 Low, in the sense that the OG model has 8 lace holes, but this has 7. So although, it seems like it's very true to the original shape of the sneaker, there are some differences, if you get nitpicky about it. But anyways, on the tip of the tongue, you got this nice, really washed white nylon tongue tab with the Jordan Jumpman logo also embroidered in white, and the golf text underneath it as well. So I guess it's a good way of kind of like keeping the sneaker muted. They could probably have, made the Jordan Jumpman logo, in a different color, say like silver or gray, just to add a little bit more flair, I guess. But, it is what it is. I'm not mad at that really clean all over white look. And then here on the inside of the shoe, you see that white mesh sock liner. And then you see that beautiful gray insole with the Jordan Jumpman logo, as well as the golf text printed in white. Very, very simple sneaker. And then here on the back side, you see more of that tumbled leather here on the heel counter. And then here you see another Air Jordan Wings logo debossed into the shoe. And I think they used some sort of like off-white colored paint for the actual logo here. So you can see that ever so slight difference in shade from the white on the the heel area of the sneaker, and then the white that has been used on the paint. I think my camera is picking up that quite well. And then on the medial side, it's basically the same deal. And then the midsole is your regular crisp white Air Jordan 1 Low midsole. And then, as I was saying, the outsole looks really crazy. It's got that traditional circular traction pattern on the forefoot area, but obviously it has those like protruding wedges to provide stability and grip, as this is a golf shoe. And then you got that golf text as well as a Nike swoosh logo here on the middle. And then on the back side, you see that typical Air Jordan 1 traction pattern, again with the wedges for golfing purposes. Now, this pair does come with an extra set of laces, and I'm guessing this is supposed to be white. I don't know. It looks so damn similar, so I'm not really sure which one's supposed to be off-white and which one is supposed to be just like clean white. I might be tripping. They might be exactly the same color, but I don't really I don't really mind getting an extra set of laces. But what I can tell you is that it seems like my camera is making the laces look a bit more off-whitish than they actually are in hand, because I'm looking at the from the side, and I can see it looks really crisp white, but I guess there is some sort of subtle shade of that off-whiteness on the laces. So FYI. And so now I actually put on my Chicago pair, and then I went to practice maybe a couple times over this week, and I was actually really shocked. The grip on this shoe is crazy. Now, as Nightwing mentions on his channel, Air Jordan 1s typically have the best tractions of all time for basketball. And I think what happened is that that circular traction pattern in sync with the grip wedges used on the shoe provide a lot of grip and stability when golfing. I think it was sort of a little bit of a coincidence, because Nike is not known to construct the best golfing shoes out there. But I was really surprised when I was going through my swinging motion. Basically there was absolutely no sort of like lateral shift or anything like that, and I was really satisfied by how firmly the sneaker was able to grip down on the mat. Obviously, I haven't played outside yet because it's really freezing cold out, but I will definitely try them out in the next month or so. So I'll let you know and provide you with an update. But what I can tell you is that at least on the golfing mat that we see on practice ranges, this performs quite well. So you could perhaps keep this pair as like a secondary shoe to your main golfing shoe or whatnot. But I can tell you that I was really satisfied by the performance of this sneaker, and it is very light. And what I do want to mention is that the sizing kind of surprised me as well. Now, I go true to size with all of my sneakers, whether it be Air Jordan 1s, Air Jordan 4s, Yeezy 350s, whatever. I go true to size all the time. So I'm a very diehard true to size person, but what I can tell you is that you could actually consider going half a size down unless you have really wide feet in these, because I think a lot of people actually prefer that sort of like snug fit on their golfing shoes. So, given that, you might want to consider going half a size down, because what I noticed is that when I first put these on, there is a lot of room. noticeable amount of room in the toe box area. So you might want to take that into consideration when you're picking these up for golfing purposes. Now, if you're just gonna wear them casually, which I don't recommend, somebody in the comment sections mentioned that there's really nothing different from wearing basketball shoes on the streets. Now, come on now, that's a big stretch. Now, basketball shoes do not have these sort of wedges. These are like, I mean, to go to the other extreme, it's like wearing cleats on the streets. So why would I do that, in the first place? I mean, Jordan 1s, although they are basketball shoes, have a flat surface, and it makes a lot of sense to wear them in the streets. I wouldn't recommend this. You could do that, but to me, it looks really stupid, but you do you. So that's just my little 2 cents there. But anyways, sizing wise, you could really consider going half a size down unless you have super wide feet. Now, resale wise, I just checked on StockX, and then the resale premium on these are pretty much like non-existent. They're like maybe like $20 to $30 on top of retail. So you might want to consider picking up a pair for cheap if you do really want to, kind of add an Air Jordan to your golfing collection. But I don't particularly like this colorway because the Chicago pair just kind of kills every single other pair. Well, except for the shadows. I think that really looks great in person as well. But the Chicago is just like there's no debate about it. That's probably the best pair out of the 4, even though I do like the other two colors as well. But this one, it's bland. And then what I really don't like about this pair is the tumble texture on this. Now, tumbled leather is just kind of textured, and it's just how the leather itself is treated by Jordan Brand. But what I've noticed is that my camera is actually doing a pretty good job of making this look pretty, delicious. But when you hold this in hand, and it looks really cheap. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. The pattern looks very forced onto the sneaker, and the reason why I say that is because I've seen a lot of other Jordan 1 models with tumble texture leather that looks very nicely done. Does give off that premium vibe, but for some reason this looks really forced. Like, look at the toe box area and the toe cap area. I don't know, for some reason it just looks really off for me, and it's even worse when you see it in hand. So that's just how I feel about the sneaker. There's really nothing wrong with the sneaker. It's just that, if you put them on feet, you're just not gonna like notice anyways. But I don't know. It's just, I'm not feeling it. Like the Chicago pair, I'm totally in for it, like 120%. But this one, you could just wear it for a cheap price when you're golfing. But I don't know. I think there are better options than this, and I think Jordan Brand would have been better off with just kind of giving us the smooth finish, just as we had seen on the neutral gray pair from last year. But this just kind of makes it look really cheap. Although it's cheap materials at the end of the day, but just I don't know. They could have done a better job. That's just me. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm really excited to have this pair in my collection anyway, but I don't picture myself wearing this in the near future because I'm really enjoying my Chicago pair for the time being. So I might end up letting this pair go. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep 3 pairs of golfing sneakers home. So we'll see what happens, but that's just how I feel right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow, and I've got a couple more sneakers sitting around in my room, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.